Hi, hello, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hey, my name is Chantel. I'm so glad you clicked on this video. This is going to be my August TBR, and my dearest friend in the world, her name's Julia, she picked out the amount of books I'm going to read, and as you can see for her text, she picked 27. Now, we're going to pick up 27 books. Will I read 27 books in August? Considering there's 30 days in August? Perhaps not, but will I attempt to read as many books as possible that I pick out? Yes, 100%. So let's get picking. I'm just going to start pulling tabs, and I don't have a good place to hold this, but I'll show you each one that I do, of course. I don't know how long this video is going to be. Hopefully it's not. A Winter Wish, which is a Christmas book. Fantastic start. This one is about a girl named Lexi, and she learns of her father's death, and she doesn't know how to feel because they haven't spoken in 10 years, and she's super confused because basically she takes over half of his travel holiday company, and then the other half has been left to Theo, which, they fall in love, blah, 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 blah. I'm going to pick 27 books. We're going to have to keep it kind of short, But that's by Emily Stone, and it does seem really cute from what I've read of the synopsis or whatever. Spinning Silver. And this is by Naomi Novik. This is Spinning Silver. Basically, it is a Rumpelstiltskin retelling. It is by Naomi Novik, and it's about a daughter slash granddaughter too. Miriam, I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Basically, her father is this money lender, but he's really bad at it and doesn't collect on any of the debts. And she boasts how she can turn silver into gold, and basically it draws the attention of a king and blah blah. Very Rumpelstiltskin esque. So this sounds really good. This is pretty long. It's close. Ooh, it's 466 pages, so yay. Already a really good start, Purple one. The Striker. This is by Anna Huang, and this is a really long book. I already know that to be true. My shelves are going to look so lopsided by the end of this. This one is a soccer or football romance, like a sports romance. She chunky. Yeah, this is like 500 and 577 pages. Anna, why, Anna? Basically, she's a ballerina. He's a football slash, soccer player, and he's the darling of the Premier League, blah blah. And basically, um, it's a rival's sister romance, which is cool. I like that one. That one is how the first book in the Lauren Asher F1 Formula One series is. I think it's Rival's younger sister or something like that, and that sounds interesting. So that's book 3. Why is that book almost 600 pages? That's insane. Her editor needs to step it up because I like a slow burn, I guess, but I'm assuming that's slow burn considering it's that long. Oh, that's a that's a series. I'm gonna leave that one out so I don't choose it again by accident. Chances are, if I pick 27 prompts, that I'll pick it again by accident. All right, ooh, another purple. Can you feel the stress reading off of me? Beneath the Stars. This is by Emily McIntyre, I think is how you pronounce her name. Let me go get it. This is the cutest cover. It's so pretty, and I love how it kind of goes all the way around. So basically, this is childhood lovers to adults that are broken and come back together after heartbreak. It's Chase, and I'm assuming it's Elena, and he is her older brother's best friend, but also like very close to her. And he moves away and stuff, and then comes back after he needs to take over the family business and stuff. And this one also seems really long, so yay. 452 pages. Not as long as the Striker, but yay. Okay. Yeah. Anyway, blue one. Ooh, this is part of another series, or I have to read a series before I read this one. I shouldn't have put this one in the first place. I don't know why I did that. That's okay. Oh, there's a dog barking. You Lucky Dog by Julia London, I think. So basically, it's a girl named Carly and a guy named Max, and she's fostering Basset Hound who's like very depressed, named Baxter. And Max has a really cute Basset Hound named Hazel. And basically, I think Hazel and Baxter like fall in love, and then obviously Max and Carly fall in love. So it sounds cute. This one is 338 pages. God bless Julia London. That's all I can say. Got a yellow one. Well, oh, there we go. Life's Too Short. This is by Abby Jimenez. I know that just because I recently purchased this before my book buying ban. This is the last book in her series for the Friend Zone, and this is one of the ones I'm looking forward to. I didn't enjoy the first two books, so I'm hoping this one's really good. I read the first chapter of it, and it seemed pretty good, pretty solid. So this is Vanessa. She has to take over or take care of her niece, basically, because her half sister like left her on her doorstep, and then her mom and her other sister basically have both died before they were 30 years old, and Vanessa's nearing that age, so she has lots of anxiety about her health, and now this literal baby that she's having to take care of and that kind of stuff. And then Adrian is a lawyer and basically taking care of his geriatric chihuahua, and now helping Vanessa with this baby. So it sounds interesting. This one is 350 pages. Yes, hopefully it's good. So my dad's a very animated talker, so hopefully you can't hear him. If you do hear him, he's not yelling, I promise. He's just telling my mom a story about his day at work, and he just gets very animated, but I promise everything's okay. As someone who grew up with his voice and stuff, he sounds angry, but he's not. It's just he like, kind of has that like monotone kind of voice and stuff. So I promise everything's okay. I would not be up here if it wasn't Outlander. Okay, I already know this is not going to happen, but we'll put it on there just for funsies. This is one of those books that I have on my TBR that I probably should just unhaul because I probably will never read it, but it was given to me, so I feel the need to keep it on here for an extended amount of time before it's socially acceptable for me to give it away. You know? Anyway, this one is about a girl named Claire, and she's in either the Highlands, Scotland Highland, um, in 1945, and she's a combat nurse. And she basically is reunited with her husband on a second honeymoon when she walks through a standing stone and is transported back to 1743. And yeah, and she meets another man. So if there's, I'm already like, I don't know, because if she like cheats on her husband, is that like the main plot of this book? Her falling in love with another man while her husband is still living? I can tell you right now, I'm not gonna read that book. I've also heard that there's like a lot of triggers and stuff in this book, so that kind of scares me. How long is this book? 627. Yeah, probably not gonna happen. Let's just be so real. Another blue. We're just gonna really get the blue section down, you know? In the Eyes of the Earl. This is by Kristen Vanden, I think is how you say it. Vaden? I'm not sure. It's one of those covers. Yeah. It's a Cambridge Brotherhood. And I forget where I got this, to be honest. Not really sure. Anyway, Colin Morgan is the Pearl of Penderdale, and he discovers someone committing crimes in his name. And then Elizabeth is a daughter of a well-respected professor at Cambridge University and longs to be recognized for her own scholarship. But basically, um, if anyone finds out that she's kind of been teaching and stuff, then it could ruin her family's name. And Morgan, Colin, he tracks down his impersonator, and basically, um, yeah, they meet at Cambridge. So interesting. This is 392 pages, so kind of long, but not unbearably so. So that's good. I feel like we're really like just like speed running these. The Kindred Spirit Supper Club. This is a local Wisconsin author, so I'm excited about that. This is by Amy E. I'm assuming it's like a record or Richard. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. I'm so sorry. But basically, Sabrina Monroe is moving back home to Wisconsin Dells, which is like an hour and a half away from me. So kind of interesting. And basically, she returns home to like the family curse, which is she can see ghosts. And she basically is supposed to help them go on like with their lives and stuff, or like their new lives, so to speak. And then basically, Molly is this rom com loving ghost who is stuck by Sabrina's side all throughout her childhood. And then basically, Ray is this new local restaurant business owner, and he invites her to a supper club. And basically, he's like a good guy and really wants to get to know her. And she's like, why? If you knew me, you would not want to get to know me because I can see ghosts. So that sounds kind of fun. I don't know. Hopefully, I'll like it. I'm not going to go through page numbers of every single one just because I think that will take forever. Hopefully, this is okay. You guys can hear me. But yeah, the second one is The Kingmakers #1. This is by Sophie Lark. It's a really pretty blue sprayed edges, and I love the cover of it. It's so like gothic and kind of eerie. It reminds me of Jane Eyre in that sense, like that. So basically, this is kind of a love triangle at a school, and basically, all of these like rich families. It's all of their children coming together and going to this one school. And it's Leo, Dean, and Anna. And Leo and Dean are the two love interests of Anna, and they're fighting over her love. So, yeah. 300, no, 400 and 4 pages. So that should be interesting. We have 10 down so far, y'all. We can do this. Only 17 more to go. I'm getting blue ones. Oopsies. Dropping things. The Bridge Kingdom. Yay. Okay, I am actually really excited about this because I really, 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 really want to read this book. So, crash course in this. This is Bridge Kingdom, Danielle L. Jensen, and basically Laura or Lara is a warrior princess. She wants to take down this king named Aaron, and yeah, blah blah. Sounds amazing. Just don't have time to give huge synopses, because we're like, ooh, this is a series. Actually, I think this will work because I'm going to finish the other book before I finish this one. So it's A Bright Young Dead. It's the second book in the Mitford murder series. And I'm not going to give a huge synopsis of it because I don't want it to spoil the other books. But every book is about a daughter from the Mitford daughters who were real historical people. And this is by Jessica Fellows. She's one of the people who helped work on Downton Abbey, I believe, or she wrote something for Downton Abbey. So I did read the first book in this series and it was okay. So I'm excited to see if she has improved in this world or what's going on. Okay, the next book, it's a pink. Well, it might not actually be a pink. It might be a black or a brown or a white one or gray. Tell me lies. It is a pink one. 1 second. So this is actually a thriller. This is by Carla Levering, and it's about a girl named Lucy, and basically it's about her toxic relationship with a guy named Stephen, and yeah, it's like a psychological thriller. So sounds interesting. Yeah, it's, let's see, 341 pages, which isn't too bad. Next book. I feel like my heart is racing because I'm just trying to talk so fast and get this video to be relatively short. Never Lies by Free McFadden. I don't need to bring up the book because I already know what it's about. It's about this girl or this woman. She finds a suitcase or something of old cassette tapes from an old psychologist in the house that her and her husband are going to buy. And basically they're trapped in the house. I think maybe with realtor, I can't remember, but yeah, it's a thriller. It's will probably be a short read because it's Free McFadden and she tends to write super quick, fast-paced thrillers. But yeah, this is the book. So there you go. Okay, the next book is, oh, got two. Next book is, trying to hurry. The Bribe. This is by Devin Pearney, or however I say her name. Let me go get it. Sorry, Devin Perry. That was so rude of me. I'm so sorry. So basically, a small town sheriff named Duke finds this woman who is having a staring contest with a bison and helps rescue her. And then she gives him a fake name, a fake identity, pulls over for speeding, realizes it's a famous country music singer, and chaos ensues. Sounds like a good time. All right, 12 more to go, y'all. Okay, the last letter. Oh, we're so gonna cry in August. Okay. This is by Rebecca Yarros, who is the author of Fourth Wing, as well as a plethora of other very emotionally charged novels. And basically, this is about a woman whose brother, I believe he passes away in combat, and his dearest friend is sent in his stead, basically to help his sister after something happens to her and her two children. And yeah, it's supposed to be like super heartbreaking and super emotional and super just family driven and just electrically charged. I don't know. I don't know. I keep hearing really good things about this book, but it's terrifying. It just seems so scary. Like I don't really want to cry, especially with like children and stuff in the novel. If a kid dies, it's getting 1 star. I'm sorry. That's just the way my brain works. I will not be able to handle that. I already know. Okay, but the next book, in case you were wondering, um, is Things That We Never Got Over by Lucy Score. This is also a long book. Also, can we just talk about how bare my blue shelves are right now? Honestly, that's probably a good thing because um, I need to get through some blue books, but also this one is about a guy named Max and a girl named Naomi who is on a run. And basically, she's on the run from a fiance and her entire life, and she comes crashing down into um, a small town with her twin, blah, 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 blah. Basically, now she's guardian of an 11-year-old girl that she didn't know she had, her niece. And then Knox is a part of the story. I don't know. Anyway, this is a long book as well. This book is, oh my gosh, there's a bonus epilogue, because of course there is. 552 pages, because, I'm assuming Lucy Score writes really long books. I've heard that, so I'm assuming that this is Exhibit A in that count. If you can hear my heavy breathing or my heartbeat beating fast through this microphone, no, you can't. And then there were none, the Agatha Christie. Okay, this is a book I've read before, and it will be relatively quick because I already know what happens. So, yay. So basically, this is about 10 strangers who are lured onto an island, and systematically, one by one, they're all killed off in very horrifying and creative ways. And the ending, when I first read it, blew my mind because and it literally stuck with me. Actually, it was really hard for me to get over this book because I had such a hard time, like morally agreeing or disagreeing. I want to say whether or not I agreed or disagreed with the main character. And also, mental health. A great example of why mental health is so pushed today, like for people to get treatment because of stuff like this. Yeah, if they ever did a movie about that book, I would be sitting in front of my TV as soon as it came out. You know what I'm saying? All right, this is Killer Instinct. This is by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. This is the second book in her series, and it follows the same cast of characters as the first one did. And basically, they're trying to find a copycat killer of someone's dad. I think that might be a spoiler for the first book, so I can't say whose dad. But yeah, basically, they're trying to find a copycat killer of someone's dad who's a serial killer. And this is the book in question. I love this cover. I'm so glad they did new covers for this because the old ones were not my fave. Let me tell you what. Okay, we're at 23 minutes and we're already on our 20th pick. I personally feel like we're doing okay. The Man Who Died Twice. This is by Richard Osman. This is the second book in the series, and I'm really excited to read it. So basically, this one's following the same cast of characters as the first one did, and they're trying to help someone who's been accused of stealing diamonds, and then a body turns up, and blah 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 blah. Chaos ensues, and this is how many pages is this, Richard? My word, stop talking. 350 pages. Yay! Okay, 21st book, y'all. Julia, why did you choose Demi books? When We Were Young and Brave. Okay, I think this is another really sad book and I'm scared. Yes, I actually really love this cover though. I love historical books. So this one is about, let me read actually and then tell you. So basically, this is in China in 1941 when Pearl Harbor is attacked and the Japanese come and enforce their new regime in this area where this girl named Nancy is living, and then her teacher's name is Elspeth. And yes, it's basically World War II historical account. So, or not account, it's fictional, but I'm sure there is some truth to it because, bad, evil things did happen to children and teachers and across the world in any account because unfortunately that's how war does affects all sides and innocent parties flying on both sides. I'm not as excited to read that one just because I feel like it's going to be kind of sad, but yeah, okay. Let's Belladonna. Ooh, okay, I'm excited to read this one, but I'm also kind of apprehensive because it is YA. And although YA can be good, sometimes it's not as good. Basically, a 19-year-old girl named Signa is the only one left in her family because everyone she is living with, who's been taking care of her since she's been an orphan, has died somehow. And basically, there's a murder on this really exclusive estate. And yeah, this is by Adeline Grace. The cover is absolutely stunning, and there's two other books at least in the series. So I'm excited to start this. This is also a little bit longer book at 403 pages. So yay me. Okay, the next book we have at 26 minutes is Val A for Aunties by Jessie Q. Santanto, which is not my favorite author, so yay. You might be wondering, Chantel, why do you have this book on your TBR if you don't like Jessie Q. Santanto? I'll tell you it's because basically this is a punishment because I choose a book that I didn't have to put back on my shelf for like a nightmare prompt years ago, and this was a book I chose because this is the lesser of two evils. Anyway, I have tried to read this before, and I did DNF it, so we'll go back into it. Basically, Madeline Chen is a girl. She kills her blind date. Her four aunties help her cover it up in the chaos. She also sees her long lost love, and yeah, it was okay, I guess. Okay, I'm running out of space on my phone, so I really need to hurry this up. We're 23. This is First to Die by James Patterson. I'm not going to give a synopsis of this. It's basically a thriller slash mystery book. James Patterson, whatever. Next book, another blue, oh my word. Many Blues. This is The Hawthorne Legacy, which is the second book in a series, which I'm reading the first one, so it'll be okay. I won't tell you exactly what's happening because I can't tell you right now because it's a spoiler, but this is by Jennifer Lynn Barnes and it's YA. Book in question. Okay, two more. Another blue. Oh, okay. When Stars Rain Down. This is another historical fiction. This is by Angela Jackson Brown, and it is about a girl named Opal, and basically she lives with her grandmother in the summer of 1936 in Georgia. The Ku Klux Klan, or KKK as it's more commonly known as, descends upon her neighborhood, and she is trying to choose between a boy from her neighborhood that she knows and a white young man who, obviously the racial barriers there are extensive. So yeah, I'm kind of scared. I hope it's done well. But yeah, I'm scared, but I'm also excited. So yay. Okay, our final book is a pink. Actually, pink. Who knows? Okay. Oh my word. Binding 13. Okay, this is a YA, and it takes place in Ireland with a man named Johnny and a girl named Shannon and their love and the horrific abuse that she suffered and how he's trying to help her. And he plays rugby, and it happens in like a boarding school or finishing school, I believe. I think they're like 15, 16, around that. And it's apparently heartbreaking. I skipped this before because I didn't have a second book and it's gonna have a duet, but I guess I'll read it for this challenge. Here's the cover of it. I'm sure you've seen it all over Barnes and Noble, Walmart, BookTok, BookTube, Booksgram, all that stuff. It's by Courtney Walsh. The cover's kind of pretty. It's nothing spectacular, but nothing terrible. That's pretty much it. In case you're wondering what all the tabs look like, here they are. Here is the first stack of books. And here's a second. Oh my word. I will enter the total number of pages on the screen right here. This is how decimated my shelves are now. And this is me 30 minutes of panicking, like after 30 minutes of panicking. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you think I will even be able to remotely hit this goal, give a yellow heart down below. If you haven't already, feel free to subscribe. And yeah, I hope you have a wonderful day. I will see you in the next video. Bye.